Yeah, I broke that down. Huh? Not camera. I'm not getting any audio from you, so I gotta put the thumbnail up and clear your clear this. What were we together? Not getting any camera audio. Clear
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are live on the LI Sports Network, getting ready for our first of 3 matchups. Anthems played, and East Islip, Smithtown, Hauppauge are ready to go. It's EI who will control the opening face-off. Lazarino plays it across, D-to-D pass up the boards. As we get things started here on the north rink, odd man rush right away. Pass in front is blocked. And the Bulls will skate it out now. Red line and in from Muratore. East Islip start their break. Travis Quigley here on the call. Paul Trentini working the camera for us. Gabe Curry operating social media. 2-on-1 chance. Beautiful move. Cutting into the zone was Fowler. Now a chance there. That goes just wide. East Islip 4-0-2 coming into this contest. Smithtown 3-3. Fowler behind the back pass into the slot. Unable to get a quick shot was Mazzarone. Gets it back to Fowler. Backdoor look. In some skates. Shovel just wide. Turnover forced by EI. That shot ramps up a stick, goes out of play. EI wearing their visiting black uniforms tonight with the red numbers, red nameplates. Smithtown wearing their white uniforms with the blue numbers, blue nameplates. Blue shoulder caps with the red and white stripes. Leah Nichols, the starting netminder for Smithtown, and Anthony Ford in the cage for East Islip. East Islip win the draw. D-to-D pass, just held in on the blue line. Pushed into the corner, now out into the slot. Walsh couldn't get the shot away as it was broken up there. Wetzel, backhander up the boards. It's held in at the blue line, continuing to battle and poking it out for Smithtown was Dominic Schau. Malone up the boards, touch pass across to Haas. Foot race for it, and it's going to be won by Barbarito. Plays it around to the weak side. Bulls take it away. Wetzel at the point with the wrist shot. Wetzel turned aside there by Ford. 2 minutes gone in the first period. That one played out front. Ford leaves it there for Walsh, who spins it off the boards. Unable to clear as it's pushed back down into the corner. Tucking the shoulder, trying to walk the line. Schau ends up back behind the net. Up to the point for Meyer. Skips over his stick and racing after it. Getting a one-on-one chance here. And broken up. It was Connors. Great play by Wetzel defensively. Stopping the opportunity in its tracks. Benchowitz hard off the boards. Comes out to neutral ice. Scooped up by Scully. Scully plays it over for Malazewski. A try turned away by Ford. Battle continues up against the half boards. 2-on-2 rush. Carrying the puck into the zone. Garina stops up in the corner. Evades a check. Trying to go to the point. Stick lifted, taken away there by Shankles. Gets it out of the zone. D-to-D pass and quick up here on the near side. Into the zone with some pace. Van Steen had it just sticked away. Continues to battle for it. Nothing through the first 3 minutes, 20 seconds of this hockey game. Here in the freshman division of the Suffolk County High School Hockey League. Can't believe it's already week 10 in the SCHSHL. Time is flying. Scully dishes it across. Bulls enter the zone. Malazewski just lost an edge there, but Smithtown Hauppauge continue to work for it. East Islip battling though, able to clear the zone. Shankles dishes it across right off the bench. Muratore shoots, he scores! Bulls take a 1-0 lead here on the north rink. Off the wrist shot from Lorenzo Muratore. Bulls win the faceoff, coming right back in. What a wrist shot that was right there. And 1-0 for Smithtown Hauppauge here in the first period. Trying to build some momentum off of this. Muratore into the bumper spot and backhanding it down the boards. EI able to clear now. Looking for a quick response, and don't see that too much in the freshman division. A hip check thrown there. Sent down the sheet, icing called. EI win the face-off. Play down low. Fowler trying to make the move around the defender, Donnarumma. Swings it up to the point for Meyer. Comes out of the zone. Delayed offside. Trapped in the skates of Donnarumma. Going to skate it out. Came together with Verstein. Teammates clashing. Muratore scoops up the puck and continues to drive. The lone goal scorer in this hockey game so far. Played out back door. Nobody home. Mazzarone clears, foot race for it. Connors racing after it, got tied up, could not gain possession. Thrown all the way down, icing is waved off. Bulls take possession, back out to neutral ice where they'll regroup. And almost getting an opportunity after forcing that turnover was Alex Walsh. Walsh stays on it, does take it away there. Pass out to the slot. Trying to settle it down, Mazzarone. Couldn't get a shot, so just shovels to the corner. Continues to apply pressure. 2 Chiefs on 1 Bull. Now the Bulls begin to swarm, making a 3-on-2 in favor of the home side tonight. Another turnover force. Walsh trying to spin and shoot, just fanned on it. Evan Connors. Wheels around, dishes across at the point. A wrist shot. Nichols makes the save. Stay 1-0 here. 8:42 to go in the opening period. I want to thank you all for joining us tonight live on the LI Sports Network. First of 3 on the North Rink here. Second of 6 total. As Magnus Healy, Ryan Brannigan, Wally Mitchell take you through the games over on the South Rink tonight. Developmental matchup over there currently, then 2 JVs to follow. We'll have 2 varsity matchups to follow this freshman game. Cross ice pass, and it's thrown in just behind the net of Ford. It was Shankles who got there quick, but had it jabbed away, and Straub continues to drive, just jabbing it, poking it, prodding it, getting it deep. Pops to the point. Great keep in there. Here's an opportunity. They score! All started with that keep in. EI tie it up. Van Steen just over the shoulder of Nichols. Great spinning pass right there. Van Steen finds that loose puck, quickly corrals it on the forehand. And a beautiful wrist shot to make it 1-1. Tie game and a turnover forced. That's a shot that's saved with the glove hand by Nichols. Straub with another opportunity. Fan on the first try. Elects to slow it down this time. Back to the point. That shot's blocked. And a stretch pass out of the zone. Foot race down. Puck just had enough juice. Icing called. Yeah, win the face-off, and it comes out right underneath the stick of Meyer. Takes it back behind his own net, regrouping. Bulls all over it. Muratore trying to force that turnover. Pass jumps right over the stick of Garina. Smithtown Hauppauge regrouping now. Bounces around, and Petit will settle it. Backhander across. Garina takes it away, sends it back into the Smithtown end of the ice. Donnarumma up the wall. Meyer's going to settle this down at the East Islip blue line. D on the pass. Up the wall and thrown in by Garina. Faller's going to be F1 here. Donnarumma wraps it hard. Meyer gets there, seals the boards. Back down low for Faller. Faller to the front of the net, redirected, just missed. As Garina got a piece of that one. Petit trying to clear, throws it up the wall again. Backdoor look, that pass is blocked. Donnarumma in the lane, the captain. Garina was trying to hit Faller, standing there in front, and Faller's going to jump on this one. This has been a good shift for EI, keeping the Bulls hemmed in. Passes to Connors. Connors shoots, hits the glass, put it over the head of Nichols. Back in from the point. Turning shot from Garina is blocked by Petit. Pass to the point, going to be taken away and flipped out of the zone by Malone. And we're going to get a stoppage here. Power play for EI. Too many skaters on the ice called against the Bulls. So we get our first power play of tonight's hockey game. One-handed poke doesn't get out. East Islip trying to get into their setup. Wetzel on the backhand hits the top of the glass and goes out of play. From the point, just wide off the stick of Walsh. Wall, bumper spot, save Nichols. Rebound, they score! Joey Barbarito gives EI the lead. It's 2-1 on the power play. Good passing here from East Islip. A shot that generates a rebound. Barbarito in front. Right there to whack it back home. And now a 2-1 lead for the undefeated East Islip Chiefs. Moved ahead to Walsh. On the zone entry, Walsh drags and shoots. It's blocked by Wetzel, recovers. Moves it up top to Connors. Connors, backhand, forehand, he scores! A beautiful pass from Walsh and quick hands from Evan Connors, and it's quickly 3-1. Two goals in 26 seconds for East Islip. Bulls looking to respond here. Played across. The backhand pass from Wasilewski was intercepted. Right back down the boards to Shankles. Shankles out in front. Hits a skate. Ford got a piece. And now skating out is Connors. Connors splits through two. Going to get a one-on-one try against Wetzel. Connors under the triangle, but it skirts off into the corner. Settles it down, rolls up the circle, curls back down the boards now. Walks to the goal line, up to the point with it. Benchowitz shot. Walsh trying to get a piece. It skipped just wide. Races after it and collects it. It's Walsh, sticked away by Shankles. Shankles slides it across off the skate of Wasilewski, doesn't get out. And here comes Wetzel now. Wetzel will carry for the Bulls. Chip and chase. Smithtown Hauppauge making a change. Wetzel solo right now. Just continuing to keep possession behind the net and arm up. Wetzel's going to get called for a penalty here. Ford racing to the bench for the extra skater. Pass to Van Steen. Net empty on the extra attacker on this delayed penalty. And the Bulls touch it up, whack it to the wall. Power play coming up for East Islip once again. 1 for 1 tonight. Can they make it 2 for 2? Wetzel going to the box, 2 for hooking. EI possessed, a seam pass goes all the way through for Mazzarone. Mazzarone beats one defender. Backdoor try, Van Steen couldn't get a piece. And then that one from Fowler goes over. It'll stay in the zone. Thrown back down low. Comes all the way around to Fowler. Fowler shovels it back across to where it just came from. Mazzarone, seam pass. Fowler, skate to stick. Curls into the bumper spot for Van Steen. Knocked away by Muratore. Held in, though, by Fowler. Nice move. Walking in and shooting is Miles Mazzarone, and Nichols answers the bell there, making the stop. .243 left in this first period. Back to the point. Rashot from up top. Smothered there by Nichols. That came off the stick of Liam Lazzarino. Lazzarino to the left flank. Connors walks and shoots. Trying to go short side there. Ends up wrapping it around the boards all the way out. Foot race, and Lazzarino gets there just in the nick of time. Hacks it back to Walsh, who cuts in with some numbers. Walsh is angled off to the corner. Scully there. They come together. Scully took the brunt end of that one. Came to the point. Lazzarino across to Connors. Connors trying to go back door. Took a deflection. Gets it back. Now goes back door. Redirected off the heel of the stick of Straub. Center point for Lazzarino. Dropped it off for Connors once again. 35 seconds left on the power play as Connors switches spots with Lazzarino. Lazzarino shoots, blocker save. Nichols punches it out to the corner. Walking it behind the net, dropping it between the skates. Barbarito has it taken away by Mickles. Can't get it out though. Straub around the net. Wheels and goes to the point for Connors. Connors walks, keeps it on the line, back for Straub. Receives the pass on the backhand. Just lost it off the heel, though. And the Bulls able to clear. That will kill off the rest of the penalty. And we return to 5-on-5 hockey. Great job from Smithtown Hauppauge there, weathering that storm. Getting Wetzel back onto the ice now. Dumped in. Donnarumma's first to it. Has it taken by Van Steen. Van Steen battles through a stick lift. Final minute of period number 1. Pops up top to the point. Just kept in by Amarim, but Shao following it up. 3-on-1 to the outside. Returned across to Shankles. Just came off his backhand. Unable to get a shot off. Punch low. Shao out front. Redirection. Save by Ford. Good passing there from the Bulls. Back to the point, Donnarumma on the keep-in. Played out to the slot again, and Shankle's shot couldn't get much on it as the puck was rolling on him there. And Ford, using the frame to take up a lot of the lower half of that net, covers it up quickly. Bulls go forward on the faceoff. Malazewski across, out to the high slot, comes all the way to Petit at the point. He'll wind for the slap shot, takes a deflection and a pad save for Ford. Schenkel's got a good piece of that one. 15 seconds to go. Meyer wraps it around, Donnarumma on a keep. Puts it into the corner. Amarim angles, takes it away. 5 seconds left. Bulls want to try to get one last shot here before time expires. EI able to hold the puck and negate the rest of the time. 3-1. After one period of play, Barbarito, Connors, and Van Steen for East Islip, and Muratore for the Bulls. We'll be back in a minute. EI getting right after it to start the second period, looking for a quick goal, but the Bulls do a nice job of smothering the middle of the ice. 3-1 hockey game. I want to thank you all for joining us here live on the LI Sports Network. Travis Quigley on the call, Paul Trentini working the camera for us, and Gabe Takuri operating social media. If you're tuning in at all on the south side, Magnus Healy, Ryan Brannigan, and Walter Mitchell taking you through all the action over there. Icing called early on here in period number 2. The Bulls who possess. Wetzel moves it up the wall. Skips through the legs of Muratore. Lazzarino back down the boards to Connors. Connors circles. Goal line with it. Walsh up to the point. Lazzarino. D-to-D pass. Meyer with the shot. It's blocked. EI swarm the puck though. Take it right back. Connors goes across back door. Walsh shoots. He scores. And you see the point right there. That's a phenomenal pass from Evan Connors. And Alex Walsh makes no mistake. Let's take another look at that one. Connors head up the whole way, right on the wall, sees Walsh pop just enough into the lane. And our cameraman, Paul Trentini, did a perfect job getting the zoom there as Walsh given recognition immediately to the passer, Connors. You always appreciate that when the passer gets the credit he deserves. And Van Steen trying to split through the D, had it just knocked off the stick. Showcasing his bit of skill. Bulls traveling into the zone with possession. Pops to the point. Nichols flips it. It's gloved down by Lazzarino. A stick lift. And Lazzarino is off to the races. A self-chip. Splits through the D. Is going to get a breakaway chance. Shoots and scores. What a solo effort right there from Liam Lazzarino. Took it away in the defensive zone. The self-chip in neutral ice. Beats two defenders on the foot race to the puck. And is able to bury it past Nichols. 5-1 scoreline now for EI. EI 4-0-2 coming into tonight. Smithtown 3-3. Through the middle and out of the zone for the Bulls. It was Nichols. Back with Shankles now. Shankles. Zuzki's trying to find some space on the opposite side, but is taken away by Straub, who clears. Icing is waved off. Pops out right off the wall in front of the Bulls bench. Amarim collects, goes D to D. Pass doesn't find a home, though. And now Smithtown Hauppauge will have a chance to regroup. Chiefs getting all over it here. Not slowing down on this forecheck. Fowler cycles it around. Mazzarone has it stolen away. Shankles off the boards at the backhand. It's just held in at the line by Fowler. Second try, Bulls do clear. Stopped up, back into the zone. Turnover is forced here with a chance. Fowler, though, with a stick lift. Saving the day as Zaleski was going to have a clear shot on goal there. Fowler trying to work a give and go, but Shankles right there to pick it off. Chipped ahead to Fowler now. It's going to be a 2-on-1 chance for EI. Fowler with it, trying to pass it across, and it's blocked. Great defensive play from Anthony Donnarumma. Garina right in front of the Zamboni door. Becomes a 2-on-2 battle now. 4 minutes played here in the second period. D to D pass, touchdown low. Mazzarone back to the point. Mathers for Mazzarone again. Starts to roll the circle. Has it taken away by Shankles, who dropped down and got in the way. Petit skates it out. Over the line, fires a shot that Ford steers aside. Off the glass. Punched out of the air, passed through the middle, broken up, and pitched back in by Delaney. Moved over to Garina. Garina, the windmill D, cuts into the zone now. Garina with the shot. Petit got the stick in the way. Good job from the Bulls defenseman there. Comes back around to Donnarumma. Rips it to the weak side. Connors gets there first. Petit, just a slap shot down the ice, trying to clear and alleviate some pressure. Icing called. Nice move at the point by Lazzarino. Puts it into the corner for Botetto. Botetto out front, intercepted. Connors gets the poke on it. Splitting through. Taken away there by Werstein. Bulls clear, but Walsh cuts back to recover possession. Walsh, nice move. Driving in with a wrist shot. Fought off by Nichols. Ends up beneath the goal line. Wetzel will collect, cut the net, and he's got a ton of speed skating it out. On the back check, Connors on the stick lift was able to slow Wetzel down just enough, and EI recovers the possession. Connors, nice move. Takes it in the corner. Backhands it across for Lazzarino. Returns it to Connors. Connors will cut into the middle. Drops it off at the point for Meyer. Meyer to Connors. Winds, fires, hits the post. Backhand flip, doesn't get out. Another backhand try, and that one will clear the zone. Connors quickly across for Lazzarino. Nice head fake cutting in. Shot gets blocked. Big kick back in front. And it kicks through the blue paint. Nobody there for EI. Bulls looking to get it out. Meyer puts it back deep. Clearing attempt hits a shin pad. Moves to Lazzarino at center ice. He's got 2 Bulls on him. Meyer. A long stretch pass. Racing after it. Catching up to it first is Malone for the Bulls, but had the space closed off immediately as EI just swarming everything tonight. Wetzel kept it at the point. His shot got blocked. Barbarito was there in the lane. Scully on a keep in once more. That takes a couple skips, goes wide. Half the game gone, half of it to go, and EI have a 5-1 lead here over Smithtown Hauppauge. Freshman division game to kick things off Wednesday night hockey. The north side here at the rinks. Over the line, offside. Go EI. Bulls won the draw, but Straub battles, gets it right back, and here comes Straub with numbers. Pass gets blocked by Scully. He recovers, a backhand try, save, and another. Now it squeaks through. They score. Nichols stopped the first one. There's one, there's a second, and it was that third shot right there that ended up getting through to the back of the net. Looks like it's going to be Luca Mazzarone's goal. Van Steen right back in. Toe drag poked away. Mazzarone shoots low. Rebound generated. Nichols with 2 stops there. And the Bulls drew a penalty in the process. Dylan Haas got hooked up. And Smithtown Hauppauge going to go on the power play. Turnovers forced by Walsh, shorthanded, driving in with a break. Walsh shoots, went wide. Back in Connors. Bulls recover it. Trying to go long here. And Walsh with the stick, taking that pass away. Haas swings it over, and Malazewski going long. Touch pass to the middle for Haas. Digs it out of the skates. Poked at Wetzel, just keeping it in on the line. Flips it into the corner. Big bounce for Haas. Up to the point. Malazewski winds and fires. It's blocked by Connors. Now Connors is off to the races. Splits two as a shorthanded breakaway. And Nichols makes the shoulder save. Take another look at this one. Great bit of skill here by Connors to flip it over the stick of Wetzel. But tip your cap right there, because Leah Nichols tracked that one through and through. Beautiful stop. Back to the point. Wrist shot goes wide. About 30 seconds left on the power play. Stopping up, throwing it long, Petit. That pass came off the back of Wasilewski. Zhao across. Delaney scooping it up. Pass is blocked, and Van Steen there clears. Zhao moves it over. Quick stretch. Mather's taking it away. Petit. Moving it long. Stopped up by Delaney. Moves it to Zhao. Cuts in. Offside is called right as we get back to 5-on-5 hockey. Stretched out. That one's broken up by the Bulls. Nice job at the red line, battling in neutral ice. Now look to get on the forecheck here. They force a turnover out to the slot. Schenkel's shot blocked. Barbarito got in the way. Mazzarone skates in 2-on-2, drives wide and shoots it off the post. Gets it back in the corner, into the slot. One-timer off the toe. Wouldn't go there for Doherty. Luca Mazzarone trying to make something happen. Pardon me, that was Miles Mazzarone. Move to Miles, but skips through his skates. Mazzarone skates it in, trying to drop it through the middle. It's blocked, takes it back, put it off the outside of the net. Still protecting the puck, now to the goal line. Fowler, backdoor try, they score! Doherty buries there, and the Bulls having a tough time tonight stopping this EI offense as they just keep on humming. Haas controlling the puck off that red line face-off. Smithtown Hauppauge trying to respond here. Take some momentum back from EI. Zhao out of the corner for Malone. It's broken up by Walsh. Winding, firing, deflected down, they score! No! Official says no goal. Let's take another look at that one. Wetzel on the shot. Came down out of the air, and you see in the top corner of your screen, right next to that LISN logo, our official on the goal line, pretty quickly was calling it no goal for a high stick. That try from Walsh is blocked. Wetzel takes it. Sends it long. Wetzel getting a piece. Was Walsh, and now it's taken back by Connors. Connors trying to split through. Knocked away. Gets it back. Across for Mathers. Mathers walks and shoots. They get Metch on that. Looked like didn't have a good grip on the stick. Walsh with a little head fake. Moves it up top to Connors. Connors with the wrist shot try. And Nichols will make the save. Behind the net battle commences. Straub walking it out, splitting through a couple, drops it off. Now that shot from Van Steen. That looked like that one came off of Mazzarone, and this will allow the Bulls to skate it out. Schenkel's protecting the puck, swings it across. Wysleski over the head of Ford. Petit on the keep-in. Moratori off the wall, walks and shoots just wide. As we're inside the final minute now. Big collision at the blue, and it's going to be scooped up by Van Steen one-on-one, but just lost possession. Petit on a good stick check there. Donnarumma felt the pressure, cuts back, and it's taken away. Van Steen intercepts, spins, drags, can't get a shot off. 25 to go. And a long stretch pass, right on the stick of Wasilewski. He's in, he fires, puts it off the iron. Fowler to Mazzarone, give and go. Off the back skate on the zone entry. Mazzarone again with it. 5 seconds to go. Backhand to Fowler, out back door. They score! Just before time expires. Fowler drops it to Van Steen and crosses the line before we hit the final buzzer. Actually 0.9 on the clock here at the rinks. So that face-off, nothing but ceremonial. 2 periods down, 1 to go. EI with a big lead here over Smithtown Hauppauge. Third period to go here on the LI Sports Network. We're live at the rinks in Hauppauge. Travis Quigley here on the call. Paul Trentini working the cam for us. Gabe Curry on the socials. Faller out front. Backhand try. Blocked there. Another one out front. That's redirected by Faller. Stuffed behind the net. Tries a wraparound. Nichols makes the pad save. Squirts back to the corner. Moves it up to the point for Barbarito. Muratore got a good piece of that one. Faller across for Miles Mazzarone. Cycles it to Doherty across to Faller. Just couldn't get the backhand on it. Barbarito intercepts, but Muratore keeps driving forward, takes it away. Offside is called. Going on the Bulls. Haas takes it away, but as he was curling through the neutral ice, had it poked off the stick. Chipped in for Connors. Connors settling it down across to Garina, blocked by Wetzel, takes it back. And now into the lane to take the second try away was Brody Meyer. Haas drops to a knee, blocks the shot from the point. Out come the Bulls. Shao wide. Hustling back. Lazzarino using the size advantage there, but the Bulls keep it in. It was Wetzel. Escapes a shot. Dug out Malone. Snapshot blocked. Lazzarino with it. Quick up to Walsh. Cutting in. Drop pass. Taken away. But Connors wins possession back. Nice move. Now to the point for Mathers. It's blocked. Comes to neutral ice. Connors into the O-zone. Beautiful toe drag. Save made. Rebound. Pops out to Walsh. Walsh dropping it off. Zhao intercepts. Skates it out for Smithtown Hauppauge. Backhander down the ice is immediately waved off for no icing. Move through the middle. There's Myers. He's knocked to the ice. Drop back for Shankles, came through his skates. Viteto there, moves it to Straub, has Van Steen. Straub drags, Nichols on the poke check. Long stretch pass. Wazleski fended off the hit, but did lose possession. Cycled back in low. That comes off the back of the cage. Mathers held in at the point. Donnarumma to the corner. Mathers going to jump it. 4 minutes gone here in the third period. Pass hits Van Steen in the skate. Just continues to push it north. Gets it back at the red right in front of the scorer's box. Wazaleski into the slot. Her shot's blocked by Amarin. Wazaleski goes back door. Ford kicks it away. The right pad stop there. Backdoor try. And came off the back of Werstein there. With long Fowler racing after it. Donnarumma gets there first, but Fowler gets a piece with the stick, knocks Donnarumma down, and a penalty going to be called. Back to the point for Wetzel. The Bulls looking to capitalize on this power play. Mazewski. Pass across to Wetzel's got to take it off the boards. Mazzarone breaks it up, clears. Smithtown Hauppauge working quick. It's broken up by Connors, dished across, intercepted, and Connors coming back with it as Mazzarone had a good read there in neutral ice. For Walsh coming off the bench, flying into the zone. It's knifed into the corner, recovered by Walsh. Moves it up to Connors, silky toe drag. Walks it around the cage, takes a check, and is able to still make the pass up to Lazzarino. Gets it back. And now it's sticked away by Donnarumma. Bulls captain is not giving up on that play. Icing called on the Bulls. Bulls resetting here. Just across to Petit. Petit going to get the puck out momentarily before Walsh jabs it back in. A long pass, hard off the wall. Connors trying to skate it back into his own zone. We get back to 5-on-5 as EI successfully kill off the penalty, and it's a 2-on-0. Walsh across on the backhand. Doherty couldn't get much on it. Walsh, stuff play, save, Nichols. Pulled off the boards. Behind the back pass, doesn't find a home. And now speeding ahead is Malone. Malone. Centering feed, just skip past the stick of Werstein, who's reaching out for it there. Smithtown Hauppauge regroup. Malone, one-time blast, goes straight out of play from outside the zone. You don't see that happen too often. Bulls driving in. That goes bar up. What a chance there. Petit from the point, put it in the near side corner, kicks across to the back door, and Ford gets over to make the stop there. A bullet of a shot from Malone. Mathers off the wall. Scully stopped it in the skates, keeps it in. Malone, head fake around Mathers. Dishes, trying to work a 1-2. Doherty drops down to take it away. Straub there to help, and he'll skate it out instead. Straub avoids a check, but is in offside. Chance here, it'll be a breakaway for the Bulls. Forehand, backhand, toe save on Wasilewski. Big collision off the boards. That's a shot stopped up by Nichols. Barbarito just holds it in on the line. Impressive keep in there. Poked away from Wetzel, he's trying to clear, pops to the slot, backhander, missed from Fowler. Takes a hop off a stick and continues into the zone. Amorim races after it with Delaney, they're both tied up. Squirts out, and leading the rush here is Miles Mazzarone. Miles Mazzarone continues wide, stops up top of the circle. Pushes it behind the net to Garina, rolls up on the wall, and continues along, skipping past Fowler. That shot takes a deflection by Garina, but didn't end up on target. Plugging the boards, keeping it in was Lazzarino. Lazzarino all over Wetzel here. Great pace from Wetzel. Jonathan Wetzel stopped up, just had it knocked away, but worked hard to get back and keep it in. Shoveled it back to the corner. Yeah, get it out. Wetzel and Walsh race after it. Walsh has fresh legs coming off the bench, though. Beats Wetzel to the puck. Cross point pass. Lazzarino, it's blocked. Connors dancing in the slot. Takes it around. Tries a short side shot. Fought off by Nichols. Up to the point. Back for Connors. Walks, drags, shoots, puts it over. Hit a stanchion and pops right to the point. Save made. Rebound swiped away. Back up top. Lazzarino. That took a deflection and went wide. 3:45 remaining. Bulls get it out. Haas at the red, had it stolen back by Connors. Connors weaving into the zone, goes backdoor for Walsh, who scores. Bulls making a 9-1 hockey game. Yeah, continuing to put pressure on here. Garina knocked to the ice, passed it up to the point for Mathers in the process, though. Couldn't get a shot off. Recovers it to keep it in the zone. Mazzarone settles back where it just came from. Chow moved it over, and we're going to get a penalty called here. EI is going on the power play for the remainder of this contest. Donnarumma called for interference. Bulls driving in shorthanded here. Haas with the shot, puts it off the crossbar. That's a couple times tonight that the Bulls have hit bar, hit post. They've had a few chances where they've been able to beat Ford, but haven't been able to beat that iron. Offside is called on that zone entry. Shankles carrying it in, drives wide with it, goes back across to Petit. Had it just broken up by a back-checking Garina. And now cutting through, Mazzarone gets a chance shorthanded. Was off target with that shot as we have just 40 seconds left in this hockey game. Two-on-two right in front of the Bulls bench. Becomes a 3-on-3 now. Smithtown Hauppauge able to clear. Nichols stopped up by Barbarito at the blue. Back to 5-on-5 for the final 8 seconds of this game. Hammer into Doherty. Pops to Garina. Garina stretches it out long, and that will do it for this one. East Islip gonna stay undefeated, move to 5-0-2 on the year after a 9-1 win over the Bulls tonight. Bulls fall to 3-4. Still plenty of hockey here in the freshman division, as we won't crown a champion until late March, so plenty of time for the Bulls as they're going to try to get back to 500 Saturday, December 6th against West Islip in a 10-15 puck drop there. And we'll see East Islip back on the schedule again as well in December. A bit sooner, though, for them. December 1st. Monday night, 6:20 over on the south side for a matchup with the other Smithtown freshman squad, the Smithtown Red Team. That'll do it for our coverage of this one. We've got 2 more varsity games on the schedule tonight. Connect Pat Med coming up next, and we'll close out the night with Middle Country taking on Northport. On behalf of Gabe DeCurry and Paul Trentini, I'm Travis Quigley. Hope you all have a great rest of the night. Join us for some varsity hockey coming up next. If not, as always, we'll see you next time right here on the LI Sports Network.